Hello everyone, my name is Audrey Sherry, and for my second course share, I'm going to walk you through the platform Tandem. What is Tandem? It is a free language exchange application, also known as an e-tandem or virtual exchange platform. And you have the option to go pro for a membership fee. According to their website, they support more than 300 languages, including indigenous and sign languages, as well as 6 fictional languages. And of course, that means that there are less commonly taught languages, such as Luxembourgish and a bunch of other ones. So that is a really nice feature of this app. And they have been nominated for Best of 2015 in the App Store and Best of 2017 in the Play Store. And they have more than 100,000 5-star reviews. So, focusing on technological features, it was a very easy app to install, and using the browser was very easy. I just followed the clear step-by-step set of instructions to get signed up and registered, and you can use a PC or Mac, any kind of browser. And like I said, there is an option for you to use it on your mobile device. It appears to me that there are extra features on the app, and I'll talk about this later on. And as far as screen management goes, the design is really appealing, and the features are also really nice. The user interface is very intuitive, and then it's just very easy to navigate, especially if we're targeting digital natives, quote unquote, and just anybody who's used social media. It looks very much like Facebook or WhatsApp. If you need help, they have a frequently asked questions. There's also a blog with articles like things like how to say hello in Chinese. They also have a YouTube channel, and you can contact them via their email address, or you can chat on their different social media channels. Another feature that is offered by the Tandem application is language certificates, and they're currently only offering this in English, using the proficiency levels from the CEFR assessment. And these certificates are 45-minute long proficiency tests, and they are concerned with reading, listening, and grammar skills. And once you've taken the test, you can download and share your certificate, so you could add it to your CV or job application. And from my research, it seems like you need to pay for it in the App Store. And this is kind of the interface of the certificate, and they're in the process of creating such certifications for other languages. So to get signed up and registered, it's really easy. Like I said, you would select the language or the languages, the levels, the different levels. So you self-assess whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and you have the option to select multiple languages. Then you state your native language or languages, and then if you speak another language fluently other than the languages that you've already mentioned, after that you would type a short paragraph explaining what you like to talk about and what your perfect language partner looks like. After that, you set your learning goals in a short paragraph as well. You upload a picture of yourself, hopefully, although I did see one of Anne Hathaway, so kind of ask the question about, are there fake people on here? And then you register your personal information, and if you have a Google or Facebook account, you just can link that. There is a vetting process. For me, it was extreme. It took seconds to be accepted into the community, because you have to agree to respect they have 3 rules, I believe, 3 pillars. And I have read that the vetting process can take from 1 hour to sometimes 7 days, and that might have to do with the country that you're from, but I'm not too sure about that. Then you can set your location, so you could be chatting with people from close by or not, and then you can write like a short just a sentence about, like a conversation starter, basically. And so now I am going to show you a little bit of what Tandem actually looks like before we dive into pedagogical and authoring features. This is what the platform looks like once you get registered. So it does look like a social media platform, as I said. So you can kind of browse based on the profile, their name, their topic starter, and then their languages, or you can pick a featured learner to speak with. You can click Near Me, but that is for Tandem Pro. You can search members based on their names, but also topics that you're interested in. And then you can adjust the parameters of what languages you want to practice today and with what level your partner is at. You can select where the partners are from, and then who specifically you want to practice with. Are they only from your gender? Do they have references? And maybe you just want 25-year-olds. Okay, so I'll just click on Mauricio to show you what the profile looks like. I can follow Mauricio, I can send him a message, and once we've established contact, I can also video call him. If he does something weird, I can also report him. And as you see, so there's information about where he's located, his time zone, his handle, what he's interested in, who he wants to practice with, and what his goals are. And then topics. So here he just wants to speak on a call. And then his languages as well as his different levels of languages. And you can add multiple pictures. The nice feature about the platform is that you can also write a reference about that person. So Valentina says Mauricio is a fantastic person, etc. So you can kind of see, get information about this person before talking to them. Okay. If we go into my learning preferences, you will see that you can set kind of goals for communication. So how you want to communicate, how much time you want to commit. You can say when you're on Tandem usually, and then how you prefer to be corrected. So whether you correct every single mistake or just general feedback, you can set that up for yourself. Okay, so let's look at the chats so that you can see some of the affordances of the chat. So I started chatting with someone from Argentina, and we started out, as you can see, with just text synchronous chatting, but you could also do asynchronous. And the features of the texting are that we can correct the message, and I'll show you the example. You can also comment. So here he commented on what I said. This is the correction feature. So I use the wrong verb and he can correct it and give me the right verb. I can also record oral audio messages. So I'll show you one.
Wow, me sorprendió. Qué bueno eso.
Okay, so you get the idea. I can send a picture. I can use emojis. I can video call. I can follow. I'm not sure why I would do that. And then I can also report, like I said. So that is pretty much what the platform looks like. So now we're going to jump back and look at the pedagogical affordances. Okay, so speaking of pedagogical and authoring features, the activities on Tandem, I would not consider them as instructional because there are no tutorials, videos, any sort of thing like that, but they have the option of being facilitative because they offer a translator. There's no other dictionary or other things like that, but I'll show you what it looks like, and I believe on the browser you cannot use the translator, which is strange. But it is collaborative in that you chat either via text or audio. You can also have the option of meeting in person. And like I said, you can correct messages in writing. It is interactive because there is a video calling feature. As far as other features are concerned, so you can really personalize how you would go about doing that if you were a student or a teacher thinking about using Tandem. So you could focus on discourse. You could look at syntax, lexis, morphology, spelling, pronunciation. He's from Argentina, so he'll definitely have a different accent than someone from Colombia or Spain. You can work on reading, listening, writing, speaking. You could do some translating. You could use it as a tool to summarize. The pragmatic focus is also very important. These are authentic tasks. You're speaking with native speakers or maybe near native or, heritage or any kind of person, and you can gather information. For culture, this is really perfect. I told him what I was interested in. I said linguistics, phonology, phonetics, and he just started talking about that, and we talked about language and his interests. So this is just, there's a plethora of things you can do with that. But I would definitely use it as a supplementary tool to your curriculum. And like I said, the conversations can be personalized to fit your learners and your interests as a teacher. Okay, so these are the features that are on the app on the phone. So this is the translation feature. And then these are things, so this is again from the mobile device. So I can copy, correct the message, comment, translate, and speak. So respond in audio. Translating, I can't do that on the browser, unfortunately. Okay, for teacher materials, developer fit, I was thinking of the type of activity where you could assign your students to discuss in the chat, give them maybe 5 times throughout the semester, and you tell them you have to, have a 10-minute conversation, for example. You could do it on the honor system or have them provide screenshots. And you could say, talk about your interests, family, food, travel, health, whatever. And then at the end, you could have a reflective assignment, either written or oral, on the experience and what they learned. And I mean, this is really a great tool because it's authentic, synchronous and or asynchronous exchange of language with native speakers from everywhere. And so it's definitely learner-centered and experiential in the form of learning. For the learner fit category, you can definitely adapt the grammar and the vocabulary to whatever, you're doing in your classroom or whatever your goals are as a student. And you can also access tutors for a fee if you need. And there's the error correction that I mentioned previously. As far as adaptability to the different individual learners, you can set the age, like I said, the interests, the learning goals. You could definitely do LSP if you were interested in doing that. And then I'm just not sure how you would work on heritage language learning. For the learning styles, again, it really depends on your objectives and your task, but it could be targeted for someone who's field dependent or independent, deductive, inductive reasoning. You could do all those things. Again, it's about how you plan this. It is a one-on-one partner conversation, and then there's a lot of learner control. You can personalize your goals. You can sequence it however you see fit. Right, and so in summary, I wanted to look at the advantages and the limitations. So the advantages are that it's authentic communication with native speakers at the tip of one's fingers. It's free, intuitive, easy to use, attractive design. There are community principles for protections. You can report people who make you feel uneasy. You can choose from many language partners from all over the world, many languages to practice, and many ways to personalize your learning. Limitations, when I first got logged in, I felt kind of like a bunch of men came and started to talk to me, and maybe their intentions weren't so great. So that was a little bit odd. And it may not be suitable for complete beginners. It's maybe targeted for someone who has a little bit of language already. You can't really track your progress. And then on the app, there are ads. But you can kind of get over that. So that's it for my presentation on Tandem. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something, and maybe you take a minute to explore it for yourself.